Want to support your favorite content creator without spending a dime? Now you can with Gawkbox. Hop on your Android or iOS device and search for the creator, I kind of like this guy, and scroll through and find out ways you can donate to the creator for free. What's going on, everyone? Kami here, and we're going to be playing a ranked game with Sha Lin. I know, another road to GM Sha Lin. Speaking of GM, as you notice, I do not have GM right now. People have asked, what happened to GM? I thought you got it. Yes, I got it. But GM is the top 100 players in the world. That means the top 100 TP. There's no required TP to get GM. It's just staying within the top 100 TP in the world. I hit it because I grinded it a bunch, and then I stopped grinding it, and then I fell out of it. I stopped grinding it because I was grinding it for so long just to hit it. You know, I wanted to do it for you guys, and I wanted to do it for myself, and once I hit it, I just want to take a little bit of a break. They also extended the duration of Season 1 for a long time, so I decided, I'll get back into the rank grind here soon enough, and we'll try to get GM again and keep it for when the season ends. The second thing, I don't know if you've noticed, but I'm doing more of a voiceover right now. I'm not talking while I'm playing. And the reason is I've noticed a lot of my recent videos, I start talking about what I'm trying to do or my thought process while playing the game, and I kind of cut off mid-sentence. That's because I'm trying to concentrate, and also I'm terrible at multitasking. We won't really focus too much on the drafting here. I pick Makoa. We banned Torvald Cassie. Pretty common bans. I'm asking to grab Pip, but they decided to go with a Nando Damba. That's completely fine. Damba's one of the best healers in the game. I've just been grinding out Pip and having fun with him. Sadly, the other team picks up Pip, so I decided to go of
Sha Lin.
Looking at this comp, we've got a decent one, you know, pretty average. 2 tanks, 1 support, 2 damage. And the other team's just looking at a solo tank, and Inara is very good for solo tank because she can be so tanky. Plus, you have a Pip off support. Here's the matchmaking. Not great, not bad. At least there's no unrankeds in the game.
My name is Sha Lin, and I am the Desert Wind.
Now, as for the legendary choice, I decided to go with Explosive Arrows. Explosive Arrows came out, and I said at first that I thought it was one of the worst legendaries in the game because you remove your stun, and you barely gain any more damage. Like, if you were to hit someone with a 1300 Impaler Arrow, you'd only do the extra 300 damage to everyone else. And while I thought that wasn't that great, and I was like, Desert Shadow does the same thing, except you get more mobility, you know, hiding from any flanks. The Impaler Arrow is on a shorter cooldown, and you do get a little bit of AoE. I've heard it's good. I'm trying it out. It just allows you to burst more reliably without using your mobility to get the extra 300 damage. So starting off, I want to scout out the right side, see if anyone's there. So I decided to go to mid. I scout out at least 3, and I see the Lex on the left side, get a good 1000 damage chip on him, and we take him down, and we decide to push through light, or open. I kind of jump there before I start my planted. It just kind of throws off your hitbox a little bit and allows you to reposition. Just a little bit up. Now, the Kinessa is sniping me from the left side right now, but I'm using the wall as cover. I want to see if I can get some chip onto the point. Don't see anything. And decide to push on this Kinessa and make sure she can't sit back for free. She's very low, but I'm also very low. She has the instant teleporter. I expect her to push in. She does. And I get a kill. I'm not shooting right away. I wanted my auto-combat regen to be able to hit a little bit more. Get the kill on Pip, but don't get on the point fast enough. That was my bad, not paying attention. Get a double kill, but it doesn't matter. They got the payload. By the way, my item choice pickup for morale boost, but I wanted to pick a morale boost because there's no sort of visibility they have, like Cassie being able to see me in my ult that completely counters me. So I'm going to push over here and face side, and they're poking a lot of mid, so I decided to go on the left. I get some good poke onto the Ceres, forcing her to back off. Hear the Inara wall back off, start chipping her. Here I'm trying to peek just to get the last shot on the Pip. I don't get it, but I don't want to stay for too much longer. And here comes an Inara ult, so I decide to flank her on the left side, get the kill on the Pip, and ult to try to clean up everything else. Almost able to get the kill on the Ceres, and I'm already committed to the plant, and I know I'm pretty much boned, so I decided to try to hardcore commit to the plant and get the kill on the Kinessa. I knew she wasn't going to be able to burst me down before I was able to kill her if she wanted to peek the whole time. She might have been able to shoulder peek me a little bit better and get the kills if she could time in between the arrows. 600 credits, don't buy items, classic Kami. Getting hit by the Kinessa. I wait for the reveal to go away and withdraw out just to be safe, to make sure I don't hit that final poke to get hit. Peek her from a different angle, hit her for 1300, and now she can't peek, and we can freely push over the left side to help out our team. A lot of ults being expended right now. Attempting to hit the Ceres. She is super fast with that loadout and having nimble. I know the Kiness is probably on the right side, but his Lex pops out too. I'm able to get the Lex, but the Kiness is there also to finish me off. So right now, since we've used so many ults, the goal right now is to save any ults we have, which is Maldamba, and to build up ults as fast as possible. That's what's going through my mind right now, and that's why I pick up Morale Boost too. Waiting for that Ceres to peek out. Go a little bit left. I preemptively aim hardcore left to expect her to run over that way, but she doesn't. And I'm still just kind of looking out for the Kinessa. See the Kinessa, get her 1,000 damage chips. So now I'm free to kind of peek out into this entranceway, this hole, and do planted, because I know that the Kinessa is probably either repositioning or waiting for out of combat regen. Here comes an ult, and I pop an Impaler arrow just to knock them back a little bit so they can't chase the Fernando. Now I'm getting healed up. I know that there's a Kinessa over there. That Impaler arrow actually just knocks her back. And although I'm losing the stun from that right click, it's helping me a lot with just throwing people off. And when a team pushes and you're able to just hold off that aggression for a second to let your team go, okay, we're ready. That pick onto the pip was going to be pretty much the deciding factor. Like a pick is huge right now because they're pushing so hard, and you need to make sure to get the kills you need. If you don't get any kills, well, they're just going to keep pushing you. That sounds incredibly generic, and I apologize. That Ceres ult completely wiping out a couple of us. And again, we don't want to use ults, but we don't want to lose this. We don't want to go down 2-0. And this is where, like, communication comes in huge, because you're like, what ults are we going to use? Well, I see a Maldamba ult being used, so I decide to use my own ult so I could take advantage of this craziness. We get the kill on the Kinessa. Lex is low, pick him off. Now this wall comes up, and I decide to plant, because I know this pip isn't going to be able to really jump that much. I mean, he's just going to be stuck in front of that wall. We get a triple kill, almost a quad, but we stop the aggression, and we save a lot of our ults, and by a lot, I mean our Marco and Fernando, which are both very big. I decide to go and pick up Cauterize. Now, I'm not the greatest Cauterizer in the world, but I still need something. I want my poke to mean something. I don't want to see a Mega Potion pip come onto a person that I've hit twice with arrows, and then it completely negates it. So I know first round, I peeked over the right side. There wasn't anyone there, so I'm not going to look there. I'm going to look straight mid, because I know there's probably going to be some people there. And having a 1,000 damage arrow chip, or 1,300 like I did to that Inara, it's going to be pretty good. But I don't hear anything over on the right side, so I'm wary of someone flanking, and there is. And we decide to fall back to light. I want to make sure that they're not pulling too hard over on the right side, and they're not. Get a big chip onto that Kinessa, and I actually decide to let go of my arrow a split second before it actually fully charges to give it a little bit of a drop so it can go over those stairs. I want to make sure to get this pip down. I thought he was dead, but he's not. That's life. Ooh, aimed a little bit too far right and hit the wall. Here comes the Inara over by face, and instead of falling back to light, I decide to hold this area over on the left side. There's not anyone that can really knock me off, and it allows me to chip anyone that's coming over on the face side, and I don't think anyone's coming there. Sadly, there is a Kinessa there, so that was my bad. I should have fell back to light. I should have fell back over into the stairs to make sure that I wasn't able to be shot at from any angle, and I was only going to be able to be shot at by the angle that I could see. That's what you always want to do. You want to eliminate the amount of angles that you're being shot at from. We just lost 2 of our people. Mako was still pushed up there, but the Maldamba's getting completely just ran on by this Lex. I get the pick off on the Lex, but our Makoa just died, our Damba's dead, so I decide to back off. Now I want to hold this area. I don't want them to allow them to run through for free, but I don't want to get picked. I don't want to stagger myself. My team has just respawned, and they're coming back right now. I get kind of low, want to dash out, almost get killed by the Ceres' Q, or whatever it's called. And here comes that Ceres, zooming in like a freaking NASCAR. I gotta tell you, shooting a Ceres with this movement speed as Sha Lin, kind of a beat. And I decided to ult here, and it was a really bad decision. It was kind of a panic ult. I wanted to make sure to stay up so we could try to get past this first choke point. But luckily, it didn't use my ult, and she just Q'd me, so. Get the Ceres back. She's pretty low, so I decided to duel this Lex, but guess who comes back seconds later? The Ceres. Some good chip onto the Ceres. They're very low over on the left side, so I know they're going to be coming, so I want to hold this in the choke, so I just start spamming arrows here in the mid, get a couple big arrows. We're able to get the kill. Now that's 2 down. We still have 5 up. Damba's low, but I know we need to push on that pip, and I do not want to let this pip out. Pretty sick shot. Nothing big. And the Inara's in the back. I hear her kind of poking, but she does get dropped, and I know I want to push here. And the Kinessa has been liking to peek over in that hole, so I'm looking at it. But again, not pushing myself too far to where I can get completely demolished. I guess so I can fall back and use this wall as cover. Now the Lex is down. There's that Kinessa. I tried to get her on a jump peek. I knew she would try to go for it. And I want to try to get control of this face area. Kind of zoning out the people in the back. I know there's a Kinessa in our back, but I want to stop the people pushing in from the spawn. I'm able to go back and peek that Kinessa, get a good pick. Some big chip damage coming in from the pip, so I decide to fall back. I see the Maldamba there waiting for a heal, and I get one. Any second now. There it is. And here's my mistake. I'm shooting the Ceres. The Ceres is pointless right now. And the whole time that we're doing it, the Maldamba, the Buck, all of us are distracted by the people in the back that our tanks get taken out, and it's just not worth it. But again, we're able to save on to our ults, and hopefully we can use them properly next round. So we're able to get Cauterize 3 and Haven. Last time they went mid, and they also went over to the right side, the Falls side, so I decided to just push over here on the left side and see if I can get someone trying to come in there. But I see both of our people falling back and try to go help them, but the Ceres goes invisible. I need to be careful, though. People behind me, but I get the kill on the Inara. There's a kill on the Lex, and there's that Ceres from behind. Surprise! Now, I know there's Kinessa's in the back. I want to deal with her. And I hear her teleport over the right side. There's a weird thing that happens right here where I try to pop off my right click right here, but it doesn't go through. But using wall jumping and using this pillar gave me the advantage. I get in my mind I'm going to dash through and I'm going to ult. That allows me to go through and get a triple kill on the back line. Maybe a quad? Yes, a quad! And, of course, me searching out for the pentakill, I peek and get killed. That was dumb. I was a 784 life. A lot of people could have just demolished me. It was a dumb move. Picking up Haven, too. Again, the majority of the damage on the other team is Haven. I'm starting to push up on the right side. I find this angle where I'm able to shoot this pip. I'm just kind of spamming it out as I'm walking forward to see if the pip would run onto it, but he doesn't. I missed that shot on the Ceres. That would have been a kill if I would have been able to get that first shot on Ceres. And I'm starting to fall back. I know our Fernando's down. The Buck's leaped in. A lot of times in pubs, sometimes I see someone make somewhat of a bad decision like that Buck leaping in so far or just being in too far. And I'm like, I'll go save him, and then we both die. But I decided to keep a level head, keep back. I canceled that planted a little bit too early. I don't know what this pip's doing right here. I see that the Inara is ulting, and she's aiming over to the left side, so I ult, so I can start making a push over on the right side. I get the kill on the pip. There it is. And it's also giving me a little bit more movement speed, so I could dodge the ult. Use my withdrawal to get up ahead, finish off that Kinessa. And now I'm hiding in behind this rock, and I should be staying here and not shooting, using my out-of-combat regen, but now I'm forced to fall back. Looking for the down, but I see him out of the corner of my eye. I know he's going to be running up behind me, but I got out of combat regen. So we should just focus on heals on the point, and I'm going to be pushing up to the left side. Get a nice little jump shot onto the pip, but I get picked off here, and I'm like, I immediately go to loadouts. I'm like, does she have the card that reveals? It's like, she does, but does that reveal through stealth? Does it reveal through stealth, guys? I don't know. Now we've got a lot of people down, and I see that this Maldamba is looking like he's having trouble, so I go over there and help him out a little bit. Luckily, we catch a Kinessa, getting way too greedy, and we get a good pick off here. I back out of that plant, see the Inara over on the right side, back off. Here I use the wall to wall jump, and I'm trying to get a shot, but Sha Lin, not very accurate while in midair. It's kind of luck if you hit a jump shot. Can that pip, like, jump? He's trying to shoot, like, over the wall. I think he wants to be a mortar. I'm looking for that pip in the back line. Not able to hit it. Need to get that pick off at the beginning. And here's where my target prioritization kind of goes downhill. I get a lucky kill on that Lex because he kind of just runs into me. And my focus is kind of on that. It's either on the Kinessa or it's on that Ceres. There's a jump shot hit. And the Kinessa actually dives in behind me, and I don't notice it in my peripherals because I'm focusing on fragging. Always got to stay open and aware of that stuff. That could have been an easy kill on that Kinessa. So finishing it off, I get Haven 3 and Rejuvenate 1. I am getting some heals, and Rejuvenate helps you get heals. Now again, I'm going to go to the left side. They kind of just leave it open, you know, allow us to push through. So we're going to try it again. But they do meet us this time. They've learned and they've completely walled it out. And it's a very good wall. It stopped a Makoa hook. So I decided to push in through the front. I'm going to be looking for an ult, but I see too many people, so I'm like, I don't want to go that far. Now that Zenara keeps chasing me, I want to ult. Miss a couple shots there. Ooh, I'm surprised I hit that Inara, actually. And I kind of want to go out there and help that Buck, but the Lex is able to get out, and I want to stay out of combat just for a few seconds. I do get a heal, so I decided to pull the shots off. I had the Fernando ult, so I knew I could just kind of sit in that and hit the planted, get a few good chip damages on him. Now we're all kind of just looking different ways, but luckily the enemy team is pretty staggered. Low health. We get a double kill. Using the pillar so I can quickly retreat after a planted. And we're able to zone them out enough to get the V. Woo! So what do I think of the explosive arrows? It's actually a lot better than I thought it would be. Just allows you to get that chip at 1,300. I mean, 1,300 plus 1,000 is 2,300. That can get you some kills on. That can allow you to two-shot some champions without using your withdraw. Yes, you lose the stun, but you also have to kind of commit if you right-click stun a target and want to plant them, and you could get punished for that. So it allows you to be a little bit more mobile and not use your mobility to try to get the bonus damage. Plus some parallel arrows on a much shorter cooldown. Sha Lin is still a thing. You know, Cassie is obviously going to reign supreme in damage because of her, she doesn't get slowed down when she shoots, and she just does more damage. But Just Breathe will probably be nerfed here in the near future, probably next patch, and she's usually banned every match. But what does everyone else think? Do you like that I kind of go through and explain everything that I do, or would you just prefer me to play and talk at the same time? Maybe I'll do a mix of them. Let me know down in the comment section. I hope everyone enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.
Hey, thanks for watching. I'm not gonna be one of those people who asks you to like and subscribe, so I'm not gonna ask.